Hello, good afternoon. It's your brother Augustine Emeka. Today I'm going to be explaining the concept of object-oriented programming, OOP. You know that some programming languages like Java, C Sharp are called object-oriented programming. What do we mean by that word? Object-oriented programming. That sentence, that phrase, object-oriented programming language. So it simply means that Java or any other object-oriented programming sees every software or program as an object. You understand? You want to write a software for ATM, you see it as an object. You want to write a software that does inventory, you see it as an object. Any software you want to write, look at it as an object. And in Java, they call such objects classes. So example now, I'm an object, Austin. Every object has two things, attributes and functions. What are my attributes, Austin? My attributes are my name, my skin complexion, my age, my height. Those things are my attributes, they are my characteristics. What are my functions? My functions are things like speaking, I'm talking to you, teaching, I'm teaching you how to code, driving. All those things are my functions. So you believe that every object, like human beings, you must have attributes and functions. You understand? So your attributes are your characteristics, whereas your functions are things you can do. Like talking now. My features are things like I have mouth, I have eyes, you understand? But I use those attributes to perform function like saying, talking. You understand? So every object has attributes and functions. In that same way, every program has attributes and functions. And in Java, attributes are represented with variables, whereas functions are represented with methods. So every Java class or every Java object or every Java program that you write must have two things: the attributes, which are the variables, and the functions, which are the methods. So you see me whenever I'm writing code for you, like the code I'm going to write after this explanation I'm giving to you, the class I'm going to define must have attributes and functions. And in Java, you call attributes what? Variables. So every code I'm writing must have variables and methods. Methods are functions in Java. So if you want to write a simple line of code or a simple software in Java, you can start with public class my first Java, which is the name of the Java software. Then after opening and closing, opening curly brackets, you write the function. And the main function that every Java code must have, the number one function, is known as the main function or the main method. We call it the method. And it's declared by saying public static void main string args inside a bracket. Then you open curly bracket and put in the function. So you might put a line of code like system.out.println hello world or anything you want to explain. So those are basically things that are involved in every object-oriented programming language. So whenever you hear that word OOP, you'll be hearing it a lot when you're coding software, OOP, or when you're learning softwares like Java. Unlike the formal languages that are structured programming languages, currently we are using object-oriented programming languages, OOP. So Java is one of them. So Java sees every software or every code or every program as an object. And every object must have what? Functions and attributes. And in Java, you call every object class, and you call the functions methods, and you call the attributes variables. So whenever I'm using words like variables, attributes, methods, I want you to understand that those things are things that go along with object-oriented programming languages like Java. So I'm going to be writing a code on this. I'm going to be explaining it to you so that whenever I explain them, I want you to understand. I'm also going to teach you data types. In Java, you have primitive types and reference types. Primitive data types like short, like byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, string, car. So I'm going to be explaining all these data types and the kind of values that they attract. Whenever you're declaring a variable in Java, you must declare the variable with the data type. So if you're declaring a variable that has value like 0.34, you know that 0.34 is a float. So if you want to declare it, you say float. Let's say the name of the variable is my weight. So you say float my weight equal to 0.34. You cannot say int my weight equal to 0.34. Int is for integers, and integers are the whole numbers. They don't have points. They are not decimals. So whenever you want to declare decimal values, it's either you use data type float or double. So you use float when it's small. When the decimal is big, you use double. So you make sure you know how to do this. Whenever you're declaring a variable that is a combination of characters, like saying my name is Austin, you use string because that is string. Whenever you're declaring variable that has to do with answering yes or no, you use boolean. Boolean, the values are only yes or no. So you can say boolean is he vaccinated equal to true. That means that the answer to the question is he vaccinated is what? True. Whenever you want to declare letters like A, B, you use characters, also 66, 65. Or you want to declare special characters like carriage return, form fee, you also use car. So whenever you want to declare integers, you can use byte if it's very small. You can use int short if it is bigger than the byte. And if it is bigger, you use int, right? 20,000, or you can use int. But if the value is so long, you can use what we call long. Long is another form of integer, but it's very, very large. So you need to learn or know all these data types in Java. Very, very important. You need to learn them. I'm going to teach you how to cast, how to change from one data type to the other. And also in later classes, I will teach you about arrays. Arrays are simply data structures, combination of values of similar data type. So I'm going to show you all these things in subsequent classes, and I'm going to be writing a lot of codes. So you pay attention to these codes, you get them so that it can be helped. Whenever you're writing code and you have any problem, always call my number. I'll help you. My numbers are +234 70671 62698. Check out, download my learning app from the Android Play Store. The name is Jamb WAEC Neko Uni. Jamb WAEC Neko Uni. Just go to your Play Store on your Android phone. Type in inside the search Jamb WAEC Neko Uni. You see the application there. Download it so that you'll be following my lectures. You can check my website www.jambwaecnekouni.com. Like my YouTube channel. The name of the YouTube channel is Tclassified.com. Follow us on Facebook and all the rest so that you can be getting our updates. Thank you.